My name's Aaron Kyro. I'm a sponsored skateboarder from the San Francisco Bay Area, and today I'm gonna teach you, the beginning skater, how to skate if you're over 30. I'm very well equipped to make this video because I myself am actually over 40. Believe it or not. I know, I don't believe it either. Okay, so first things first. You're over 30. You're gonna be a little more gentle. You're gonna be a little more careful. You have to take care of your body, and you cannot just put it through the paces like you might have when you were 13 years old. When you're 13 years old, you're just jumping off the stairs, you're just going wild. But now you're over 30. You're gonna start with a little bit of stretching. Oh, you hear that pop? That's what happens when you're over 30. And when you're over 40. Big shout out to all the skaters out there who are skating over 30 years old. I love to see it. Sometimes you guys have your kids out and you're teaching them, and it's super, super sick. So you're gonna swing your arms just like this. You want to do motions like this. You don't wanna do like static stretching like this is not so good, not before you skate. You wanna do stretches where you're moving like this. Nigel, how old are you? 31. Nigel is 31, so he knows what it's like to skate over 30. How do you feel in the morning, Nigel?
You know, I've reached a point now where Courtney has made me, you know that Monday through Sunday little pill thing?
Oh no.
I have that, and she's making me take like vitamins and pills and stuff.
If you got a wife and she puts you on the Monday through Friday
That's where I'm at.
vitamin slot, I forget what it's called. Kinetic stretching?
Yeah.
Kinetic stretching when you're moving. So I'll just do a little bit of the leg kicks and a little bit of the leg kicks each way. I'm not really good at this. I'm not really good at the stretching. I move the arms. Let's do a little bit on the neck. You want to do the kinetic instead of the static. And I believe that has something to do with your muscles. Like after the skating, when you're warmed up, you can do it a little bit differently. I'm going to take this from the very, very, very beginner. I'm going to say you've never skateboarded before and your warm up. Another thing that's super good is jumping jacks. Or what some people do is jump rope. I don't have a jump rope, so we're gonna do some jumping jacks. Boom, good, you ready with your warm up? You ready to go? Absolute first basic thing you have got to learn on your skateboard is which foot are you going to put forward? And the best way to figure this out is if you were going to pretend there was ice there and you're gonna run and slide. For me, I naturally put my right foot forward. That means I'm what is called goofy. Goofy means your right foot is forward. It's very important you figure this out early in your skateboarding. If you run and you put your left foot forward and that's just more comfortable, then you're gonna put your left foot forward when you skate, and that's called regular. It does not matter which foot you put forward. It doesn't mean you're gonna be better if you're regular or better if you're goofy. It doesn't matter. It's for you, it's what's comfortable for you, and that's what's important. Okay, so your front foot is on the board just like that, and you're going to just take it as though you're walking. Just like that. And another thing, before you get started riding this board at all, put on a helmet, put on elbow pads, put on knee pads, take care of yourself. You are over 30, you cannot risk it. You have a job to do. You cannot show up to your job the next day with any broken bones. So we're gonna start it very, very slow. That's what this video is for. Get your stretching in, learn how to push. And I'm gonna teach you how to go through your beginning skateboard tricks and get very comfortable on that board. Very important, very, very key. So front foot on the board just like that, just walk. That's all you gotta do. Just walk. They don't even know how to warm up yet. We're just teaching them which foot to put forward. When you're really comfortable on your board, you can warm up by rolling around and stuff. It's not the bad idea, but the stretching is good. Yeah. Because it gets your muscles a little bit limber, you're ready. You're getting a push down, right? And now the next step is you're gonna push just like you're walking, put your back foot on, and then take it off. And the key to all of this is bend your knees. Because if you don't bend your knees and you fall, it's gonna hurt a lot worse. Bend your knees, push, take it off. And we're just getting used to that motion. You're stepping on and off. And if some of you guys don't have a place to skate, you could do this in your garage. If you have a local skate park, that's great. Any parking lot will work. And now you're getting comfortable with that. I want you to be able to step on and off. This is key, because if you need to stop, you can stop by stepping off. Now the next step is put your foot on and turn it. Now you're riding. Now you're riding like a boss. Bend your knees. Key. Vital, important that you bend your knees. Now we're gonna give a little bit of leeway. In order to do this, you might need to loosen up this thing right here. It's called the kingpin. My trucks always squeak, but that's fine. So you're gonna get moving a little bit. Now you're gonna be bending your knees, turning. I'm gonna give you the ever so slightest little kick turn motion. So back foot on the tail, front foot around there. We're like the Golden Girls out here. Then you're gonna give it a push, and then you're just gonna do those little motions and just get comfortable turning. I'm really ramping this up fast here for you guys. But by the end of this video, I want you to be comfortable riding your board and rolling and get into some beginner tricks. You can kind of roll both ways. But again, notice how much I'm bending my knees. Tell the people.
The one vital step that you're missing.
What?
Lean forward in the direction that you're traveling.
Lean forward in the direction that you're traveling. Because if you lean back, you're not going to be traveling very far. You're going to be, the things not to do is don't do that unless you want extra swagger. He means with your upper body and your shoulders, keep it forward. And then you can turn. And again, you can keep it forward. It can roll like that. Like Spider-Man, like Superman, you're rolling. A really good next step to learn is what we call the tic-tac, which is a little back and forth like this. You might think, wow, it's so easy. Anybody can do that. But leave it in the comments below if you're a brand new skater and you try to do the tic-tac and you're like, wow, it's so hard. Ideally, you learn this well enough where you're moving your upper body one way, then your legs the other way, then your legs. And when you get skilled at this, you can be completely stopped and you can go like this. And you can move. You can create movement. Just like a ripstick, only better. I don't think you guys are going to go out and in your very first session learn all of these steps. But you can break this up into different sessions. You can break this up into over a period of time. Another key thing that I think will help you guys progress really fast if you want to progress really fast. If you're over 30 and you're just like, this is a recreational activity. I'm just going out on Saturday and I'm hanging out with my family and rolling around. Good, this is perfect for you. But if you're like, I want to learn how to kickflip. I always wanted to learn how to kickflip. It's time. I highly recommend you spend at least 10, ideally more like 20 minutes a day on this board, riding, pushing, getting comfortable, because it will help you so much. What I want to say is make a schedule for yourself. It doesn't matter if you're like, after work, I go home, I spend 10 minutes in my garage, and I push around. Or before work, when I wake up, I spend 10 minutes to 20 minutes in my garage and I push around. But you're gonna start that out every day with a little stretching, pushing around and a little warm up, and then move into the tricks you're trying to learn. So the first trick, we call this a trick?
Let's call it a maneuver.
The first maneuver, I call this a popcorn. Some people call it like a flip flop or leaf blower. There's many names. If you have a different name for this, leave it in the comments below. Step one, you're gonna put your board like that. Step two, you're gonna practice pushing it up with one foot. Just like that, practice it. Step three, this is where it gets a little dangerous. Remember to wear your helmet, elbow pads, knee pads, wrist guards, whatever you need. Bend your knees and just jump on there. Basically, that's all you're gonna be doing. Whoa, I almost died. I taught my wife this trick, and then she didn't like the way her hair looked in the video, so never was allowed to post it. I always kind of go from the balls of my feet. Kind of no matter what I'm doing, honestly. And the more you skate, the more you'll kind of get used to that. Because let's say you're like kickflip, ball of your foot, kind of everything is like that. But it's true, like he's saying, if you're kind of in the middle of your foot, you can get a better base. And keep your knees really bent. I'm telling you, if you don't keep your knees bent, you could get into a world of pain, and we don't want that. So, boom. Now basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your foot on there, and if you have this practiced well enough, it's just like you're lifting up. You're not kicking that board. I want you to stay away from kicking it. You're just lifting up and jumping on. Oh, I hope it's not too scary. Skateboarding is a physical and mental battle. The physical part is understanding the motion of what your feet need to do and doing it. And then the mental part is getting your mental mind over the fact that you're going to do that and then doing it. That's why skateboarding be teaching lessons every day. Okay, bend your knees, put it on there. Jump. Your first real trick. So now in your basic skateboarding lesson plan, every day you would start out with the stretching, you would start out with pushing around, and then you would do that trick 5 times, and then go on to the next trick you're gonna learn. I wanna give you now a little bit of a basic of, if you're at a skate park, we could cruise around a little bit and get a little bit used to the obstacles, how it's working, how it's rolling. If you're in your garage, you might have to build a little ramp. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you're gonna push, and we got a little kick turns, which I didn't go over too extensively, but you're just putting your weight here, and then you're just lift it up, just ever so slightest amount. Very, very small motions on the lift up. Now you're gonna go up a ramp, you're gonna turn your head and shoulders, and then turn your legs. This is a kick turn on a ramp. The key here is your upper body turns, and then your lower body follows it. When you're very first starting out, very small motions. Just tiny little motions, which is best if you practice on flat. So you turn your upper body, turn it, upper body, legs, upper body, legs, and keep it moving around. You can do it till you do a 360, and then give it a little push, not too much, bend the knees, and roll down. Just like that, just like that, just like that, the cat in a hat. Okay, roll up. Trying to emphasize what you're doing with your upper body so you guys can see that. It's always upper body first, then the legs. You can give it a little more speed. Go, turn, roll down, and you got it. So you're starting to get a little motion, you're starting to feel the skate park a little bit. Now, we're ready to get into a little bit of this guy. Now this, it might seem terrifying, and it might be terrifying. Maybe it is terrifying. You gotta conquer it at some point. Again, remember, you're 30. You got a job, you got a family, you got people that depend upon you. Wear your helmet, elbow pads, wrist guards, knee pads, everything you need. Bend your knees. Now again, it's very important, like Nigel was saying, your upper body forward in the direction you're moving. Give it a little push, be really stable on there, bend your knees, and roll in. Yee! And you might feel like, wow, I am going really fast. And I will say to you, yes, you are going really fast. Welcome to the speed of skateboarding. So once you get used to rolling down, you've gotten your kick turns on the bank, you can start getting to this point where you're able to cruise around the park. And the first things first, you just want to understand the way your body weight is centered and the way it's feeling. So when you're going up and down a ramp. So I want to give you this idea on the hip. So I'm rolling up, now my body weight's a little bit down, and now I'm gonna keep it that way, like that. So I'm gonna hit that with a little more speed. I'm gonna put my arms out so you can kind of see. Body weight will be back, and now I want to change it forward. It's vital that you do that, otherwise you'll slip out. And get your turn on a little bit. Because what I would like to get you guys to is the park where you can roll around the skate park, if you have that. If not, you're doing this in your garage. Where you can just roll, where you can just cruise around the park, you know what I'm saying? Up and down the ramps. Give it a turn. Roll up, roll down. Bend your knees the whole time. Keep it going up. Go up there, little kick turns, and roll down. So the more time you spend riding your board, and I know if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll hear me say this, spend as much time as you can. Ride to the store, ride to school, ride over cracks, ride to college, whatever it is, just ride your board everywhere. Because the more time you spend on this, the more comfortable you're going to get. And when you get to the tricks, it will be way, way easier. You might be watching this video thinking like, I just want to learn how to kickflip. But I'm telling you, if you learn all of these very basic, easiest steps first, the kickflip is gonna come to you far, far faster. Because the basic of all skateboarding is riding. Some people will go and they'll learn some tricks, but they never actually learn how to ride their board. And then you'll see them going to skate, or they'll get to a place where they're like, okay, now I'm gonna do a rolling shove it. And they're like, "Hua! Ah!" And they can't do it because actually they never fully learned how to ride their board. So you're over 30, you're getting out there, you're having fun. I want you to be able to roll around. You know what I mean? Bend your knees the whole time. Do little kick turns. Ride down. Now we're taking some speed into the bank. Bend your knees. And up this one. Roll it down. And drop in. And you're not gonna be able to learn that. I mean, some people will be able to learn that in one day. But if you don't, do not feel bad. Skateboarding takes time. It is difficult. You're gonna have to push through some mental barriers. You're gonna get up there and you're gonna be like, no way am I dropping in on that. No way will I roll in on that bank. And every skate park is different, you know? So if you have one in your town, consider yourself lucky. If you don't, let's get one in your town. But you can learn how to skate anywhere, in your garage, any parking lot. So there's no holding you back. You just get a skateboard, get out there, and learn the basics. And at the end of your session, hopefully you took it to a point where your muscles are a little bit like, woof, and you felt like, wow, we were really moving out there. So now we're gonna do some stretching. Like this, back leg. This one is a good one. If I knew the muscles better, I would say, this is your hamstring. And another one that is really good for me, that I noticed it was good as I got older, is this one. Okay, there's a muscle in here which goes and it basically connects to your lower back. And when you jump, it's that one. And when you're doing tricks on a skateboard, it gets used a lot. And I found that I was getting pain in my lower back. And then I started doing this stretch and it helped so much. It hurts, you feel the burn, you feel the pain. I don't think this is one that you should do prior to skateboarding. But if you guys do this, you practice every day and you get out there, the whole goal is that every day you're getting a little bit more comfortable. You're getting a little bit more used to your skateboard. Do not go for, oh, I just started. Let me try this set of stairs. Let me drop in on this ramp. Because there are a lot of people that started skateboarding in 2020, and there are a lot of those people that no longer skateboard now. And I think the reason why is because they just went straight into, let me drop in. And then they did, and they went, what? And then they got the idea skateboarding was too hard, it was not for them. It's not too hard, it's not that it's not for them, it's just that they did not learn correctly. And I see a lot of comments that are like, thank you, Aaron, I quit skateboarding for 10 years. I'm coming back and I'm going back through and I'm learning all of the basics. So if that's you, leave me a comment below. I love to hear your story. Shout it out. You guys are the absolute best. I hope this video helped you. I want to make many, many more tutorial videos, so leave it in the comments below and let me know what you need help with, and we'll see you in the next video.